This is a short demo of the Fact Factory reading kit and magazine series in action. So as you can see, the magazine series, comprising of 12 magazines, comes in a pizza style box like so. So when the child gets the box, they open it up, and inside you find the magazines, and in here is the pen. So I have a pen already here, so I'm just going to pop that there, and that's the pen that reads the encoded audio files that are embedded throughout the magazine. So what we'll do now is we'll just take a very quick tour of one of the magazines. I'll take the pen, I'll take the magazine out, I'll get rid of the box, and now we're left with the magazine. Okay, so the first thing that you do is you turn on the pen, and how you turn on the pen is you just keep your finger on this button until it turns green. After you do that, you activate the pen to the magazine. There you go. So once you hear that sound, you know that the pen is activated. Now what I would say is that anywhere where a child sees the audio icons, they know to tap their pen there. Now if a child has poor fine motor skills, we don't punish them per se by not being able to hit the icon. If they hit anywhere on the magazine or in the text box, it'll play the audio back to them. So I'll have a little go. Up here this is the only place on the magazine where there is not text to go with audio, because it's just Brooke introducing the magazine. So we'll just let her introduce it.
Hi there, it's Brooke here. I'm delighted I was given the front page this month, as my chosen building, the Sydney Opera House, is something to behold. By checking out my favourite facts on what is surely one of the most famous buildings in the world, you'll see why this amazing feat of engineering and design is worth learning about.
Oh.
See you in there!
Okay, see in there, Brooke. So that is Brooke introducing the magazine. Now what we did is we worked with the Dyslexia Association of Ireland and indeed the NCBI to implement best practice with regards to color coding, font size, and we just also know that audio is a huge support to children with dyslexia. So we're very much aware that that is probably the most accessible feature that we could have put into a magazine that we'd really love dyslexia children to have access to. So I'll just play one here just to show you how it works. So you come along, and again you can press the audio icon or you can press the text box. What we do say is that anybody who needs some tactile support, especially children with visual impairment, they can just feel the audio icons. They're slightly lifted off the page and they know where to tap it. But any child might just appreciate that little bit of tactile support, again, if their fine motor skills are poor. But with regards to dyslexia, really what we're doing is we're putting that safety net of an audio underlay behind everything, so that a child who might be just as a developing reader or who is struggling to read fluently or independently, they'll be able to enjoy the magazine by accessing the audio. And that's really what it's about. It's giving children a magazine series that they can actually enjoy independently and without the struggle of having to get from A to Z in terms of sentences and text. Have a listen here.
Hi guys, it's Andy here again. This month I'm traveling deep into the tropical rainforests of Central Africa to come face to face with the powerful gorilla. I hope you enjoy the facts I've chosen and, like me, come to appreciate just how beautiful these giants of nature are.
Okay, and so there's Andy. Then you have Saeed. Saeed, we'll have one more little listen to Saeed. He features sea creatures. There are 6 characters, of course. There's Brooke, there's Saeed, there's Heidi, there's Andy, there's Izzy who does insects, and there is Brody who does the body shop.
Hi there, Fact Fan. It's Saeed here. I love the water and everything that lives in it. I especially like creatures of the deep, and for some strange reason, the creepier they look, the more I love them.
Okay, thanks, Saeed. Now, what we will say as well, I just want to show you just one other feature in the magazine. So you'll probably have noticed that there are 2 icons. So you have the audio icon, and then you have a record icon. So the record icon is, as the name might suggest, it's a record feature. So if you're working with a child with dyslexia and you want them to practice their reading, or you want them to hear good reading modeling in action and then want them to try and demo it, then what we enable the pen to do is you come along and you press the blue button here. This green light will turn red, and then the pen becomes a recorder. Now what you do with the recording is very, very simple. You just come along, and if you want to record this fact, for example, you come along once you've finished recording and you tap here, and the recording gets saved into the magazine. I'll show you it in action here. It might be best not to smile at a gorilla. Baring teeth is a sign of anger, so they might think you're trying to start a fight. It might be best not to smile at a gorilla. Baring teeth is a sign of anger, so they might think you're trying to start a fight. Okay, so that fact, and then if you come along here.
Fact number 4.
So just want to show you that you don't overwrite the actual facts and the audio from the characters. But if you come along at any stage then and you tap this, it might be best not to smile at a... You hear the recording that you've saved. So it's just a nice feature, especially for practicing writing. Maybe you could give it to a child as an exercise to go home and to read one of his favorite facts and record it into the magazine if you're working in a school with Fact Factory. So that's it, guys. It's around 6 minutes. I hope you get an idea of the Fact Factory and how it can benefit children with dyslexia that need a little bit of support in terms of audio when it comes to enjoying magazines independently. Thank you.